Hey Lunatics Collective. This is another daily lunar pool for us. 8 of Chalices showing immediately. And so that means it is for any and all signs. And I am recording on October the 17th. But truly the lunar pool is, this lunar pool is for the 16th and 17th. And as always, it's for the surrounding and following days as well, right? So sometimes the message is for that day, but it can apply to events anywhere around the 16th and 17th or following them. And then we have the 4 of Swords crossing that 8 of Cups. So it looks like a lot of you around this time are needing to walk away from something, and it's requiring a good deal of solemn contemplation and meditation, solitude, in order to make that decision, in order to execute that plan of walking away from someone or something that just is not meant for you, is no longer for you, or maybe never did serve a purpose. This character is looking a little disgusted in this particular depiction of the 8 of Chalices. This is the Deviant Moon Tarot. So if you are interested in this imagery, this deck, any of the decks that I use in Lunartics Tarot readings, just scroll down to the description box below where you can find more information. And I'll go ahead and say now, you will also find information and links to donate and to place orders for personal readings down below in the description as well. Thank you so much to all of you who do donate and place orders and like and comment. Okay. Sorry about that. And subscribe. It all means so very much to me. So thank you. Thank you for that. And if you do want to place an order for a personal reading, there's also an email address down below. So you can follow the links or email me at lunartickstarot@gmail.com. My name is Aze, and I'm happy to work with you either way, anytime. So that's that, and we will get back into this lunar pool. We'll see what comes out for past, future. A lot of you are dealing with an Aries energy or a Gemini energy, but I would never get too hung up on the signs. It's great when they confirm things for us, but we all have all of the zodiac signs in our chart somewhere all of the time, and so for different reasons can show up as different energies, and those different energies are highlighted for us at different times, right? But yeah, it looks like this decision to walk away from something really requires you to not listen to others' opinions. You're going to go into a cocoon in a sort of way. It looks like there may be some healing required after this decision to walk away from something or someone. It can be someone. It could just be something that's not for your highest good, that it's not making you the healthiest version of yourself, right? And I see heartbreak, or maybe just miscommunication, but it certainly looks like heartbreak in this depiction of the 3 of Air is showing up at hearing your recent past. So it looks like someone or something that has really disappointed you, or maybe full on broken your heart, and that led you to participate in that breaking of your heart. Someone or something that sort of convinced you to do a little bit of damage to yourself. It looks like that is what you are walking away from. You see, she's just putting her hands up and saying no more to that. Some of you, you don't want to be a bleeding heart anymore. You don't want to be moping and crying. You're done with that. You're done with a mourning period. Some of you are over a mourning period. You're a little disgusted with it and walking away from it. Like, that is not what I want my life to be anymore. So yeah, you can see how it falls out a little differently, specifically for everyone. But this 4 of Swords, of course, comes right after the 3 of Swords. The 4 of Air here is telling you that you're moving into that incubation period, this time of meditation, solemn contemplation and meditation, healing, and showing gratitude in this space for those people and those things that have seen you through this heartbreak, this disappointment, this time of needing to walk away from things that aren't easy to walk away from for some of you, right? Showing gratitude for those people and those things that have seen you through the battle, soldiers, right? You're ready to begin a healing. You're so ready to begin a healing. For a lot of you, you're noticing or feeling that it's long overdue. It is time, right? You're ready to move on from something that has been disappointing you. Someone, something. You see, as I said, that you caused some harm to yourself, but it was through, I believe, it was through being convinced to do so, convinced that which you now see is not for your highest good was what was best for you, or that there was some reason why it was a good path to take, right? There was, I'm not saying for all of you that you were manipulated, like persuaded even, but there was something about that person or that path or that activity that you're now turning away from that made you believe that you should participate in whatever it was about it that ended up hurting you. I say that because in this particular depiction, I always feel like she's touching that one sword as if to say, did I do that to myself? Now, she didn't put all of them there, right? But some of it she did to herself. She allowed this to happen. And you, at the very least, you allowed it to happen, and you see that. You're seeing that. You're seeing that very clearly, and you don't want anyone else's influences, opinions at this time. Or if they are there, you know you have to listen to your own, so you know you have to make time for that solemn contemplation and meditation. And that incubation period, that healing, this rest, this meditation is taking you straight toward a transformation, a complete metamorphosis, shedding of a skin. It has broken your heart. You have decided to walk away. You are going to rest and heal, and that is all leading you in the near future toward a complete transformation, a rebirth, so to speak, a new you, shedding that which has broken your heart, that which you are walking away from. We're also headed towards Scorpio season, so if the transformation doesn't resonate, you know, a lot of us we're headed towards Scorpio season. We all are. Very soon, in a matter of days now. Scorpio energy is very thick over everything, all the readings, honestly, throughout the second half of Libra. Of course, I'm Taurus, so maybe that is really highlighted for myself, but throughout the second half of Libra season, it's been so much Scorpio energy. And that's always true as we transition to the next season, but man, it has just been thick with Scorpio. I've just really noticed. I've really noticed the effects of Libra season and really noticed how thick Scorpio showed up in the second half of it. So maybe a lot of you have as well, and that's what we see Scorpio energy showing up for, but I'm feeling for most of us, we're also heading toward this transformation, this new self emerging and birthing out of the skin that we're leaving behind. So that which has broken your heart here, that which you're walking away from and feel you need to heal from, was likely something that felt like skin. It feels like shedding skin in order to leave it behind, right? You are leaving one state in order to enter the next, and it feels very much like you're leaving behind something that was a part of you, that many of you may have believed would always be a part of you. The Three of Fire shows up in your advice position, the Three of Wands, telling you to invest in yourself, invest in what you believe in, take the next step forward, and do so with confidence, not anxiety, not insecurity, not doubt, not fear, not arrogance either, but with confidence. Believe, have faith that this is the way that you are supposed to be heading, this is the direction you are supposed to be going, that this transformation is for your best. And you know it's for your best because the catalyst is a broken heart and a decision to walk away from something that isn't for you. You can't be meant to stay in that emotional turmoil. You can't be meant to stay in unhealthy habits. You aren't. I mean, many people do, and that turns out to be their path because of their choices, right? But that is not what is meant for our journey, for our soul, to stay in an unhealthy state. It's just not natural. You don't have to believe in spirit or the divine in any sense. Just look at nature. It's just not natural. You grow and you thrive and you seek health, or you expire, right? It's just not the natural order of things. So this transformation is for your highest good. That's exactly why you're walking away from it, is because some part of you wants higher things instead of lower level things, meaning you want healthier things. That's how I interpret that message. That's how I read that. You want what's healthiest for you, to epitomize your mind, your body, your spirit, etc., right? So again, the advice is to proceed with confidence. Proceed with confidence, and for those of you that aren't invested in something you believe in, haven't invested in something you believe in, invest in something you believe in. And I don't necessarily mean money, finances. It's beautiful if you can do that and you believe in something that much, but invest your time, invest your energy, invest your faith in something that you want to see grow for you now, in place of those things that you have just left behind. They did fill time and space in your life, right? And now they won't. So this transformation is also leaving room for new to come in. What do you want to invest in? Just do some research about it, right? Just some time, some energy. That in and of itself will give you a little burst of confidence moving forward. An idea, an outline of what you're moving towards. Some of you know exactly what you're moving towards, but some of you just know that this way is forward, right? And either way, invest more time and energy in what you believe in and in yourself, and proceed with confidence. Know that you're headed in the right direction. If you're leaving behind what felt unhealthy to you, you're headed in the right direction. We'll see what is coming in the more distant future. After this Death card, we have the Chariot. Moving ahead, full force, full speed. Here is that total confidence coming to fruition. You're advised to grow that confidence. And here it is, fucking flourishing. Excuse me for those of you who don't appreciate the language, but here it is, flourishing, just in the more distant future, right? Just after this transformation. The transformation comes first, and then you will be filled with an energy that is so youthful and so confident that you will head towards your goals mercilessly, mowing down things that stand in your way, saying, no, that can't stop me. And that sounds harsh, but what I mean is, when plans come up, you'll probably say, no, I'm working on XYZ, right? When obstacles come up and you find it's going to take you longer than you thought, or it's going to be harder than you thought, you will immediately think, that's okay, we're getting it done anyway, right? So your own bad habits, other people disagreeing with what you've chosen to do, fun plans coming up that would distract you from other goals, these things just will not stop you. They will not halt your progress even. You will say, no, I have chosen this goal, I have chosen this path, and you will do so with the confidence that you are cultivating now. So invest, as I said, time and energy in yourself and in something else that you believe in that can drive you forward, probably something you feel very passionate about. And for a lot of you, for most of you, it's something, what you're urged to invest more time and energy in, it's something that you have already taken the first step toward. Now, maybe this heartbreak and this decision that you're currently making to walk away from what's not meant for you, maybe that is the first step. So you're urged here then to go ahead and take the second step. What do you feel passionately about? What do you want to invest yourself in, literally? Your time, your energy, your faith, your belief. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but this is just what's coming through really strongly. And it is very and I'm not sure how to say it, it's a major message, and they aren't always. But for some of you, this is a snapshot that sounds very grandiose, and you're going to apply it to something very small. And I love when it works out that way too, and I love to hear about it if it applies in some smaller way. But for a lot of you, it's a major message in terms of, we're not talking about something insignificant or inconsequential. We are talking about a major transformation for most of you. And so much of it, I feel, I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to explain so many different messages, so many different ways, but so much of it is about the confidence that we keep talking about, okay? So the reason why this is 2 steps, that something left you very disappointed or heartbroken, and then you decided to take the steps to walk away from it, that is a lack of confidence. That's why there are 2 steps here for a lot of you. This wasn't the end of it. Just because something really disappointed you, really let you down, really broke your heart even, it wasn't the end of it. And for some of you, this can just be a miscommunication or a missed communication, but you're still deciding to walk away. And in the Deviant Moon Tarot, I really interpret it as a heartbreak. So it's not the same with every deck or every reading, right? But this would have been the end of it for a lot of people, and it wasn't. And I think that it's because there's a lack of confidence moving forward, which is why you're advised to cultivate that confidence now. And whether you receive the advice from me or another tarot reader or yourself or your dreams or your guides, your ancestors, etc., whatever your connection to beyond the veil is, whatever anchors you or gives you intuitive knowings, right, leads you to those. You are going to take the note, and you are going to do that. You are going to cultivate that confidence, take the second step forward in something you're working on, or find something to invest in. See, that's why it shakes out differently. For some of you, the first step is walking away from this, that you're walking away from now, and the second step is finding something to invest your time and energy into instead. For others, it's hard to walk away from what you're walking away from now because you don't have enough confidence in whatever else you're passionate about that will fill your time then, right? And it's not a trade-off. It's not you were with this person and now you will work on this project, but your time was invested in one thing and now you will have more time to invest in another. So for others of you, you've already been working on something you're passionate about, you're already invested, and you just need to make sure that you take a second step forward in that, right? And proceed, again, I'm going to repeat it again, proceed with with confidence, not arrogance, right? So we keep harping on cultivate the confidence, grow the confidence, yes, but also, as we said, we don't want to take it too far and turn it into arrogance either. Sometimes that gives people an extra boost when they're leaving something behind, like a relationship that hurt them or something. And sometimes it can be kind of harmless, only if it's momentary. And I only say that because the harm that will be done really is to you. So you want to make sure you're walking that fine line. And you are, if you cultivate that confidence, you are headed toward the state of nothing can stop you. You are reaching that goal. And it's going to make you feel younger as you're doing so. This also says, okay, this is the more distant future. This is also saying to you that victory is only the beginning though, okay? So you're embarking on a journey that is lofty and long and worth it. It's absolutely worth it. But victory is only the beginning. And normally when I get that message coming through that victory is only the beginning, I do feel the need to warn. Like that means there are a lot of steps coming up, a lot of things you don't expect that are part of starting this job or starting this new life or moving into this new home, whatever the original victory is, right? There are a lot of steps that come after that you're going to have to follow through on if you really want to see the glory, the success that comes ultimately from this, right? But with this message, it's really seeming more like there's so much more ahead of you. The reading wants to lean toward the aspect of that card that says, there's so many more chapters ahead for you. There's so much excitement now. Just because this big win is coming through and it took a lot of effort to receive this doesn't mean that each step along the way is going to be muddied like that. As I said, you're going to be very focused and clear on what is your priority and how you're getting there, right? So there's so much more excitement. There's so many more chapters for you. A lot of you need to hear that because it hurts to shed this skin. Depending, it's kind of on a spectrum, depending on if this is something inconsequential to you or something major, as I feel that it is for most who receive the message, right? But I think we will leave our lunar pool for the 16th and the 17th there for now. It looks gorgeous. And again, I thank you for all of your support to Lunartics Tarot. I told you about personal readings. Do make the most of Libra season, and the moon is in Gemini now, so the Gemini moon energy as well. Yeah, it looks big. It looks big. It looks challenging, but it's cliche to say like this is your moment, but that's really what's coming through now. That's what I feel like. This is that moment for you. This is your moment in a sense. And the heartbreak and the need to walk away from something might not make it seem or feel like that to you immediately, but that's what it is to me. This is your cue. This is your moment. This is where you look at that disappointment and you say no more of that. And if you do, you are greatly rewarded with not only this victory, but everything that is promised to come afterward. So, yeah, we'll leave it there for the 16th and 17th. And if the message didn't resonate today, please do check back with the lunar pools on another day. That doesn't mean that another one won't resonate. And I look forward to doing another lunar pool for us just as soon as I can.